am loving the pace today. It's bringing me energy, it's bringing me joy. I'm here for it. Feet are going to come down to the ground, butt kicks, plant the feet, bring one heel back towards the glutes. You can take the feet a little bit wider and kind of push it off one side or the other. Arms can row, elbows can row back. Totally optional. Warming up the legs. Because none of y'all were yoga before this. I'm a little set. Just here. That was the last one, so you didn't know. You're like, I wouldn't have come anyways. It's fine, it's fine. Squat coming up in 3, 2, 1. Feet hip distance. Push the hips back and then down. So think about closing the door with your butt. We've all done it in the kitchen, going out, whatever you need to do. Think about having that hinge there. Chest stays lifted. Watching yourself. Or me in the front leggings tonight. You want to keep the chest up. That helps keep the core engaged. That's going to protect your lower back. Makes us all very happy. Make sure that we come back next week for more fun. Let's do 2 more here. We'll move into T rotation. Feet come wider than hip distance. Arms out to a T. Right hand, left foot. Coming back to center. Other side. Y'all, I think this is so dramatic. I just realized that. There was like a hand swoop and everything. I don't know what's going on with me. Maybe I haven't talked too much today. Maybe today. Y'all ever have one of those Mondays where like you just hit the ground running? I accomplished everything by noon. I mean, from a professional standpoint. My personal, no, not at all. The laundry's piling up. Everything's a mess. It's fine. But work-wise, oh y'all. 1 more each side. Reverse lunges coming up. Bring those feet hip distance. Step 1 foot back. Drop that knee down towards the ground. Come back up to your center position. Other side. Alternate at your own pace. It's the warm-up. It's not a race. We love our neighbors and we care very little about what they're doing tonight. This is your workout. I don't know why this song always reminds me of Kevin. I feel like I'd be like, I don't feel good. Keep the chest lifted just like in our squats. Hands can be at your hips. I just realized that for my arm. They can be coming up in front. 1 more each side. We end with jumping jacks. Your step option, 1 foot at a time. Or we bring both feet into the hop. 15 seconds. Not cold anymore, are we? No. You got 5. And shake it out. Warm-up is done. Eyes on me. I'm going to show you our first round of work. 2 exercises. Bench squats. So, I'm going to turn this so I can face you. You can keep your benches exactly where they are. What this looks like. Option 1, your feet are wide or straddling the bench. You stay here for an air squat. So the sumo squat because your feet are wider than your bench. Or we pop it up. So squat low, pop up for our narrow squat. Pop down to that wide squat. Back and forth. That's number 1. Always, always straddling the bench knees. You come down. Exercise 2, you're going to run. I'm using that in your quotes. Up and down the bench. So you'll take it long ways. You'll come up and down. Up and down until you get to the end. And then you'll go the opposite way. Back and forth. You pick the speed. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, which means I want you to push the intensity. We do this 4 times, so use that first round to really get your understanding of the move. Straddle our bench. Here we go. You've got air squats here. Your feet stay on the ground and do not move. Or you pop it up into that narrow squat on the bench and pop it down. You can also take an option of kind of in between if you get to that recovery and you're like, man, I can keep going. I don't need this break. I'm going to ask you to push a little bit harder on those intensity rounds. You should want and almost need that recovery. I hate to say work for a recovery because we're all adults. You can decide what you want, what you need. But point here, pushing those 20 seconds, squats, last time. Good, good, good. Keep that core engaged. Imagine not coming up to punch you in the stomach. No, that's too aggressive. A puppy was running towards you. You're bracing yourself for impact. It's a cute puppy. Whew, one more time. Run it. Here we go. Then you get a longer recovery, and I show you our next round of work. No exercise repeat tonight. So once we're done with these, you're not seeing them again. How exciting! Nice. Recover, grab your water. Check in with yourself. Are we feeling breathy, breathless? That's what we want. Nothing is wrong with you. Except there's something wrong with these fans. Come on. Yeah. Okay. All right. AMRAP round. 1 minute. What that means, you have 1 minute to do as many reps as you want or can. It is 2 options. You have a standing option and a bench option. Your standing option is a standing mountain climber. Hands at heart center. You're rotating elbow to opposite knee, keeping the chest lifted, getting that rotation. We're not crunching. We're staying up and bringing our knee towards our elbow. That's your standing option. Your bench option is a switch climb. Hands on the bench. Bring one foot to the outside of my left foot, come to the outside of my left leg. Step back, other side, back and forth. You can step this or hop it, back and forth. 1 minute. This is going to be such a fun minute. But I'm excited. Right? Yeah. All right, we start at 5. You know your option. 1 minute, 60 seconds. So let's get it. So if you're standing, you're bringing your elbow to the outside of that opposite knee. Really getting that rotation. Gaze goes with the elbows. So make sure it's going across your body. Yep, awesome. Switch climb on the bench. If this bench starts to hurt your hands, place that mat underneath. Step or hop. Yo, you're halfway! Yay! A minute scrolling on social media flies right by. A minute of switch climbs. Oh, Lord. You got it. 15 seconds. Last countdown I'm giving you. We move until the lever tells us to stop. I'm clear for those dainty ones. I can't remember. That was fun. So our AMRAP round, we're going to do a little more core focus. You are also moving for a minute, non-stop, so your heart rate's going to come up. 1 minute to our next round of work. Going back to the 20 on, 10 off. This time it's starter drills. What that looks like. If you are moving your bench, please make sure to check in on your risers. Make sure they didn't shift. All right, starter drill. Left foot plants in the middle of your bench. Right foot reaches back as your right hand reaches towards the ground. You step up and drive that knee up towards the ceiling. And then back and forward. Using the bench for this is going to make it a little bit more intense. There is always the option of doing this on the ground. If you're on the ground, you can add a little hop with that stationary foot, so the foot that's on the ground, hop on up, or raise the heel off the ground. So many options. So we're going to do 20 seconds, 20 seconds one side, 20 seconds on the other side. start. Face the mirror, left foot on the bench. Right foot back, drive that knee up. Yeah, it's a little wonky, right? Not only is it balanced, but you're reaching that right foot back and it's a deficit. Core is always there. Woo. You don't have to tell me why you choose an option. I designed these classes so you don't have to. I give you options. You decide what works for you. Other side. Woo. Here we go. Drive up. I said this in yoga right before this. Your balance will differ by side. So if this feels harder or easier than your original side, you are human. Your body is working exactly the way it's supposed to. That's also why we do this work. All right. 3 more times. Here we go. So my right foot's back. Left foot is planted on the bench. Little baby movements here. No jumpy jumpies, yet our heart rate is coming up. Interesting how that happens. Quads. Other side. Here we go. What you started with, what you did for the first set, does not have to be what you continue doing. As we get into the third and fourth set, we go through these movements a little more. Your body might be telling you something. I ask you to listen to your body. If you are like me, maybe a little stubborn, try not to be in this moment. Here we go. Right side. Whatever was your first side, it's our third set. 4 sets total. If for some reason you're sitting here like, hey, when is the workout going to start? This seems too easy. How will you give me a look like that? If that is you, adding speed will up the intensity. Here we go. By that same count, that same reasoning, slowing down your speed will help decrease a little bit of the intensity. This allows us to keep moving without stopping. That is not to say you cannot stop. I don't know how many times I can say this, but I will continue to say it over and over again. You are the owner of your earth suit, of your body. You need to stop for breath, you need to stop for water. Right side, let's go. You do it. You do it without apology. You do it because you know what your body needs, and then you get right back into it. Jen, let's throw some starter drills in here. What a great idea. One more time, other side. We never see these wonderful things again. There we go. Your hands not even make contact with the ground. Just give you something to reach for. It's not the end all be all. Check it out. Grab your water. You can grab your water at any time. Woo. And wrap. I missed the coldness in here. All right, 1 minute again. You have a bench jack. 2 options. I'll show you the bench. I'll show you standing. You're in a plank position. Left foot steps out, comes back. Right foot comes out, comes back. This is your stepping option. This is your jumping option. Notice that my hips stay low and they're not picking up to the ceiling as I do this. So we've got a plank position here. Your standing option is jumping jacks. 1 wonderful minute of jumping jacks. Do not tell me there is an easy option there, because there isn't. Remember want to be creative with the hands, you can make them seal jets, having your hands together. Have fun with it. Do whatever you need to do. Yeah. Do a little something. 5 seconds. Pick your options. Here we go. And y'all, if you start with one and decide that the other one would serve you better for whatever reason, guess what? You get to make that decision. No one's going to stop you and be like, oh, excuse me, you started with this. No. Please tell me if someone does say that to you. Oh, kindly have a conversation with them. Halfway. If you're in that plank, think about pressing the belly button up towards your spine. Engaging your glutes. Drop the hips. Yes, I know that makes it hard. It also means that you have good form. Sometimes the worse form makes it feel a little easier. Woo. 10 seconds. Well, that was delightful. All right. Second AMRAP down. We have 2 more 12 rounds, 2 more AMRAP rounds. I like to give a row that. I find it helpful. Okie dokie. We have, back to our cardio round. Lateral quick step over. Both feet start on one side of your bench. You step up with both feet, and then down with both feet. So it isn't a pop over. A pop over looks like this, where one foot is off the ground. We keep both on the ground, both on the bench, both on the ground. You get to pick the speed. We're really getting that lateral movement in there. If for some reason going up and over from the bench is not your vibe today, I want you to hold our little, let's say crab stand. It's not like crab stand. You're going to hold on to a squat and step back and forth laterally. Still getting that lateral movement, still getting the glute engagement. Exercise 2 is a front lunge. Think of distance, you step forward one at a time. Feet can be on the ground. If your feet are on the ground, you have the option of making this a switch climb, back and forth. Or you can come forward onto your bench. I do not want you jumping in this front lunge on a bench. That cannot end good for anybody. So no jumping on that. We'll talk about it when we get there. But first, lateral quick step. Up and over, or on the ground, holding that squat formation as you go back and forth. Here we go. So both feet hit the bench. They may not hit at the same time, depending on your speed, that's okay. But I want you to go again, both feet hit the ground on each side of the bench as you go up and over. Nice. All right, front lunge options. Onto your bench. Notice that my foot is in the middle of the bench, not on the edge. There for you, we're on the ground. Here we go. If front lunges don't feel great in your knees, take it to a reverse lunge, just like we did in the warm-up. That can take a little pressure off. You do not have to work through pain. You should actually never work through pain. Lateral quick step over. You know the moves now. Now we can add a little intensity. Here we go. You're like, girl, I'm already feeling the intensity. That's awesome. Keep it up. I say it in most of my classes. It's super important to think about movement and not just the front to back. You don't go through life just moving forward and then backing up. We move to the side, we jump, we rotate. So our workout should mimic that. Making sure that we're strengthening everything. Front lunge. Press into that front foot to help bring yourself back up to that standing position. Keeping that distance in between your feet. No tightrope walking tonight. 10. 2 down, 2 to go. I don't know what's going on with fans, y'all. notice he's not in this class. One more time. Lateral quick step over. You've got a longer recovery after this. So if you want to dial it up, here's your chance. If where you're at feels challenging enough, then that is good enough, my friends. I don't know why you showed up here tonight. I don't need to know the reasons. All I care about is that you're doing something that brings you joy. Even if it isn't exactly your idea of fun. Last time, front lunges. Wondering why Pastor put this in. So, we've got two options. Your standing option, hands above your head, you're going to drive one knee into your chest, back and forth. Pausing at the top, almost like crunch formation. I want you to exhaling the air out as you bring the knee towards your elbows. That's your standing option. Your down on the ground option is going to be plank shoulders back. So you can be on your knees or your toes, hips press forward, bring one hand to the opposite shoulder, back and forth. Your core is nice and engaged here. If you're on your toes, same thing, your hips do not wiggle wobble. Back and forth. For 1 beautiful minute of fun. Okay. We go with 5 seconds. You can also do this on your bench if you want it a little bit higher. I will demonstrate that. And we're in it, y'all. I don't want to say being on the bench makes it easier, but you are a little taller. If you are on your toes, make sure that those hips do not shift. When we're doing core work, taking our time is really making the most of it. It is 60 seconds regardless, y'all. So if you're gonna rush through it, you're not finishing any quicker than the rest of us. So if we slow it down, really make sure that we're controlling the movement, that our core is fired up. 20 seconds, you're over halfway, you got it. Squeeze underneath, you're in a plank position. Less than 10. Really rethinking my leg choices here. Oh. Woo. All right. One small round, one hand round, then a core finisher. So close. Cool. Well, we got options. Option 1, feet wider than your bench. It's air squat taps. So tapping the bench. From here, if you want to, you can build into a plank. Step back for that squat and rise up. Other option is to pop it back to the plank, pop it over to that squat, jump it up. Yes, that's a burpee. I was trying not to say it, so that's what it is. Notice we have options there. So pick the one that works best for you. Exercise 2, toe taps on the bench. Lean back slightly, core engaged. Again, that imaginary puppy is running towards you as you tap. That can be fast or a little bit slower with a step. 5 seconds. Burpee bench hop for squats. Yay! Straddle bench. Here we go. So remember, our base move that everybody is doing is a squat. If you choose 3 more times. I was going to tell you to smile, and I realized anyone who tells me to smile, that does not end well. So I'm not going to say that. What I am going to say is that time is our most valuable asset. So if you're absolutely hating this, I'm really sorry, because that's how you're choosing to use your time today. But something tells me that you people that showed up here 5:30 on a Monday get a little bit of enjoyment, just like a tiny bit. Toe taps! You don't have to tell me if I'm right. I can feel it. We are not going to enjoy every single workout, right? That's not possible. There was a time in my life where I forced myself to do certain movements because I thought I had to do it, right? Like those are the workouts you have to do if you don't enjoy them. And no. We can find enjoyment in the movement. Here we go. I was talking to someone before class, and she was saying how she was testing out different group classes here to see what she likes to do. And I love that so much. Because it took me so long to figure out what it is that I actually like to do, right? And fun fact, if you try to make yourself do exercises that you don't like to do, you are not going to stick with it. Here we go, toe taps. That's why we see 2 weeks in January. Second Friday of the year. Winter's Day. It's a thing, look it up. Lots of reasons why. But it's a day when I think 70% of people have given up on their New Year's resolutions. Couple of reasons why that is. One of them, doing things they don't like to do. Here we go. 20 seconds. You never see these squat, bench, burpee, hop things ever again. If that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. Toe taps, last time. We are breathy as a community. Here we go. I will continue to remind you that it is normal if your heart rate is up, if you are breathing heavy. I was watching a comedian and they were saying, what's something that shouldn't be embarrassing but is? And someone said, breathing heavy. You go up a flight of stairs, you're breathing heavy, you're trying to hide it. Why? Why? It's normal. All right. We have one last AMRAP. You're standing option. You're going to press your hands together and make tension. It sounds silly. It's not. You're going to press your hands together and create tension within your chest. You're going to press out, press in. 4 standing mountain climbers, creating that tension, like holding it the entire time. So press out, press in, nice and tense. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are on the ground, same exact thing. It's a push-up with 4 mountain climbers. So knees up, knees down, press, drive the knees. You can take them to the same elbow or cross it for an X mountain climber. So push up 4 for 1 minute. Yeah, 10 seconds till we go. Knees up or down on the push up. If you're, whatever you're in, I want you to think about bringing the chest down in one straight line and pressing up. So if your hips pick up and you're bringing your nose down towards the ground, that's not what we want. It might feel a little easier, but we want to make sure that our form is awesome here. Yep. Knees up or down. You can push back at any point to child's pose. Give yourself a little reprieve, and then get right back into it. My stand Is he feeling that tension in our chest? Who knew? Body weight. I always like when I first do anything, we'll do like the oblique zigzag. And I'm like, you're gonna press your hands together. Create this tension. And we're like, what? I'm like, no, my chest is burning right now. Press it out, press it in. Create that tension, press the palms together. Y'all, the hard part's done. We are down on the ground in 1 minute for a core finisher. I'm going to do my bench just so I'm out of the way. It's just a minute till we start, so please don't start putting away equipment. That's how people get hurt. We've all been in a body pump class and that's happened. All right. Plank shoulder taps. Yes, we already did those. Too bad. Everything will be on the ground. So getting up and down is of any concern. Please know we're going to be on the ground for the next 3 minutes. Alright, so we've got plank shoulder taps, knees or toes. Right hand, left elbow, left hand, right elbow, back and forth. From there, we're going to flip on over onto our back. I will show you all of them as we get going. There's 5 exercises. Don't want to run them much for you. Alright, so plank shoulder taps. It's coming down on the ground as we revive. We did so many different exercises. If you want to do the standing mountain climbers, bring the elbow down towards your knee. Pick something that brings you joy. Shoulder taps, here we go. Knees or toes. Keep that core nice and strong here. Opposite hand. You can also hold a plank. You can hold a forearm plank if wrist issues or pain is a concern. So many different core exercises. How much fun can one person have with their core? Not sure. Flip it over. Oblique heel taps. Microphone. Bring the heels towards your glutes. You're going to bring the right hand to the outside of your right foot, and then swivel to bring the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Back and forth. You can do this standing, yep, by bringing your right hand down your right thigh, and then switching to the left. You're moving with control here, really feeling this engagement in your obliques. That's your side abs. Another one of those moves that's sure you can rush through it, but if you slow down, woo, that's where you really feel the fire. Alright, sprinter sit-ups, legs out long, bring the right knee into your chest, lower down, left knee. You can do this standing by bringing your elbows down toward your knees, just like we did in class earlier. Getting that core engagement. Whether you're standing or on the ground, you are exhaling every time you bring your shoulder blades off the ground and drive that knee into your chest. Woo-wee! Well, we did a lot of core today. That's why this is called a finisher. Oh my God, 2 more exercises. Oh my God. All right, on the ground, legs up, tuck the chin, reach to the toes. If we're standing, you're kicking one foot out at a time and reaching for the opposite foot. So right hand, left foot. Yep. Tuck the chin here. It does not matter if your hands reach your toes, your shoelaces, your shins, your knees. You're crunching little tiny movements. Woo! Exhale it every time. You got one more exercise after this. Oh, good. Tuck ups. You can extend out long and bring your knees into your chest. You can have your hands behind you and bring your knees into your chest. Completely optional. Oh my goodness. Y'all can blame me for this. I can't blame anyone but myself. I thought this would be a good time. Woo. lay down and roll yourself up into a ball. Woo! You got less than 10, and we are done. Oh my goodness. Give yourself a nice big hug here. You can roll back and forth, left to right on that lower back. Our workout is done. I will stretch you out. The first thing anyone says in class, I will stretch you out. If you need to run, please wipe down your equipment. Please make sure that you find time to stretch and hydrate. Woo. If you are on your back with me, keep your right knee tucked into your chest. Send the left leg out long. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to bring them to me. My goal is to make this as fun as possible as we move together and to have options for everybody. So if there's something that you want to see more of, please feel free to bring it to my attention. Switch sides. I will do the very best that I can. I am back next week. It will look very different. I don't know what we're going to do. Probably won't be benches though. Left foot in front, press the hips forward, feel like a stretch on the front of the right leg, or whatever knee is on the ground. Really think about pressing into it. You can add a spinal twist. You want to keep your right hand to the outside of the left leg, left hand to reach. A little extra quad or hip flexor stretch is to catch your left foot behind you with the opposite hand. So my left hand is grabbing my right foot. There are days I feel the same way. It just depends on what's going on in my body. Press the hips back. Bring the front toes up towards the ceiling to allow you to stretch in the back of that extended leg. So I talk about it pretty much every time we do this, that having your hips up, or at least for me, allows me to feel more of a stretch down the back of my leg versus if I bring my hips all the way back towards my heels. So it's completely up to your body and where you feel it. So I always suggest that you play around with it. But when you feel the stretch in the calves, definitely in the calf and the hamstring. With this wonderful bench, it used a lot of those posterior muscles. I mean, it used every leg muscle, but definitely the calves. We want to make sure that we're stretching them out appropriately. We'll switch sides, so left knee or whatever knee you did not have down on the ground will come down, and we'll press the hips forward. Woo. What should we do next week, Beth? Okay, heavy weights, you heard it. It might happen. She said heavy. Beth comes in here with his barbell. No jumping. Just in weight. Yeah, we can put those in there and get the heart rate up. Press the hips back, send the leg long, focusing on that stretch on the back of the leg. Come on down to your mat to the child's pose position. So our toes come together, Knees can be wider apart. I prefer this. They can be closer together. I like to have a little wider stance, give you a little bit more space. Extend your arms out long, drop the forehead down to the mat. Hips are pushed back towards your heels. And we're breathing. Take your right hand and put it underneath your left arm, right in the wheel here. Your right ear can be on your mat. Your forehead can still be down. I like to have a little more rotation here as I'm looking at my right hand. It's underneath my left arm. If you felt your hips pull up away from your heels a little bit more, that's totally fine. You're not doing anything wrong. And switch sides. Oh my gosh, why? No! Slowly come on out. Take your right arm across your body. You got a little bit of shoulder work in today. Stretch it out just a bit. Switch sides. You all did awesome tonight. I usually say it every class. The hardest part is showing up. The hardest part is getting here. And you did it. You moved for 45 minutes. So please congratulate yourself for doing that and for working hard. I recognize the hard work you all put in tonight, and I some hands behind your back. I hope that you do as well. And shake it out. Give